Hello guys, Mitchell is speaking. I'm super excited to talk to you guys this wonderful evening here. I'm so happy. I hope you guys are making with the 99.5% unbeatable strategy you purchased. This is the new version of it because that is something I found out in the strategy, more especially people that have small accounts. Not that the strategy is not giving us what we want, it's really giving us what we want. It's really profitable, guys, as you guys can see in the group. But these few days I've been working seriously to get something that you guys will still love more. Okay, so because in trading, for you to earn more, you got to learn more. So I keep on improving, adding more value to my strategies, to my trading, and almost everything. Okay, so that's why I want you guys to pay attention in this strategy. Is a new version. I must say this 3.0 version, guys. So, and this one is boom. If you pay attention to this pro, you're going to enjoy it, and it will help you to know how to set your stop loss, your take profit also. Okay, and also for better entry, right? So we already have the setup of the initial strategy, the 99.5 unbeatable strategy. But this that is what I add so that it will help us to know to better our entry. All right, so guys, remember to always risk wisely. It's very important. Risk wisely and you are trading. No matter what they are telling you to hit the jackpot with big lot size, always risk wisely. Is going to help you and keep on securing the bag, and you are on profit. Is very important. Like I always say, it's better you make $1 in a day without loss than you make $100 in a day and you lost it all. Right, so let's go to the settings. As usual, you got to click on off button. You click on F button. We already have the moving average. All those ones set up, that is the 200 moving average. So the envelope here is 14, guys. The perimeter here is 14. Then shift is 0, deviation is 0.100. Method is simple, apply to close. Then upper brand, see what is going on here. Upper brand, guys, is 1 pixel. Make it your background color. That is my background color is white. Then lower brand, I use 4 pixel. Then use the color of blue. Then you click on done. That is this one you are seeing here, guys. That is this one you are seeing here. Okay, that's that blue color you are seeing there, guys. Then we already have the 200 moving average, which is this is the 200 moving average. Then there is another moving average I add there is 800 exponential, shift 0, apply to close, start 4 pixel. Although it's not that, it also helps for support and resistance, but it's not that necessary that much. If you can still, as you trade along, you will see what it does. Okay, I love it to check my 1 minute and it hits there, my 5 minutes or H1. Once it hits there or touch there, I know there may be a little pullback. Then I watch my market very well, whether to close it or not. So it's not that really important. There is one you got to pay attention on. So the second indicator, window 1 here, that is the one you are going to pay attention now, guys. Is very, very important. It's very, very important. Okay, then you see this stochastic oscillator. The setting is K period is going to be 60, guys. K period is 60. Percent D period is 1. Slowing 1. Price field is close to close. Then method is exponential. Then main 4pc green. Then signal 4pc red. Then you check the level is 90. Sell 10 buy, then 5, 50, 30, 70, 99, and the 1, guys. Okay, so that is how I set it up there. Then you go back and click on done. Right, so you come again and you come again on the indicator window 1. You add moving average period 10, shift 0, method exponential, apply to close, then style 4pc. I use gold here. You can use any color of your choice. All right, then you add it in the indicator window 1. Then another one is the envelope, guys. Envelope, that same envelope you are using in the main chart, that is exactly what you're going to use. 14, 0, shift, deviation 0.100, then method simple, apply to close, then upper brand 1pc, make it your color. Is not, you don't need to see it. Then lower brand 4pc. Right, you click on done. You click on done, guys. So it's like I add double. I don't need these, guys. I don't need this. I don't need these, guys. Please. Okay, yeah. So you go back, the envelope, I said it earlier, you add your envelope. Then in the indicator window 2, you already have you already have it. That one, sure, you already have it. The same thing, you already have it. Is K period 1 period, we already have it. Okay, so that is it. Then you click on done. Then relative strength index, you already have it, the same thing. So that is it. So how do you pick your trade? Pay attention very well. You pay attention, you squeeze your screen to the last. Squeeze it to the last level. You squeeze it to the last level. I repeat it again. Squeeze it to the last level, like this. Then you check your 30 minutes time frame. Know where your 30 minutes time frame is. Then your 30 minutes time frame, your 30 minutes time frame, if you want to sell, before I pick this sell, you check here. The 30 minutes must be the envelope, and the time moving average must be touching at 10. It's very, very important. It must be touching at 10. It must be touching at 10. Then you go back and check your 1 hour is touching at 10. It's very, very important. Your 1 hour is touching at 10. Then you go back to your 15 minutes. Your 15 minutes must be touching at 10. It must be touching at 10. Then your 5 minutes must be touching the same 10, that same 10. Okay, guys? So it must be touching I'm coming, guys. Hold on. Your 5 minutes. Please hold on, guys. Your 5 minutes must be touching 10. Also, hope you are seeing the arrow very, very clear. It must be touching 10. Then how do you pick? When you check days from H1, your H1 is touching 10. Your 30 minutes is touching 10. Your 15 minutes is touching 10. Your 5 minutes is touching 10. Then you go to your M1. When you see that your M1, the M1 is what you're going to use to make your entry, guys. Please, this is very long here. I'm going to remove this. Okay, then you come to M1, like this trade, this M1 is what you use to make your entry. All right, this is where I pick this trade, this M1. M1 must be here. Then watch this M1 closely. Watch the M1 closely. Once you are seeing the M1 is touching 10, that is where you are going to make your entry. Remember, I suppose pick this trade from here. I suppose pick this trade from here, but I didn't see it earlier. That is why I picked this trade here. That is why I experienced this drawdown here. I don't supposed to experience this drawdown. All right, I pick my trade here. This for earlier entry. Then how do you pick the trade and know that the market is about to go up? You watch the stochastic moving average, the red one. The red one. Once you see this red one crossing the 10 moving average and the envelope, once you see it crossing the envelope going up, enter the buy button. Enter the buy button. The same thing when you are selling also, guys, from the 90. Okay, the same thing you are at the 90. When you see all these because sometimes you find out that this one may be reaching 20. There is something I observe. This one may be reaching 20 in 30 minutes. Okay, it may be reaching 20 at 30 minutes. It may be a continuation of that trade. That means once you just click a trade, a little buy, it will now pull back massively. All right, it will now pull back massively. But this new version now will help you to ride a little trend to move. The market will move in your favor. You secure enough profit before you can decide to close or not. All right, so that is it. So let me show you what I mean here. Let me use let me see if like this V100, the same thing also is what I did today. Okay, see what I mean here. This 30 minutes here now is touching. This is touching. So I mean here, guys. As you can see here now is touching the initial, the one we normally use before. Okay, the one we are using, the stochastic and the relative strength index. This is how we're supposed to pick our trade here, 20 minutes. All right. So this and 30 now is touching 20. We're supposed to pick the trade. But in this new version, you are not going to pick this trade. Why? Because you can see that the first indicator window one. Please, guys, I'm sorry. You can see that this is still at 90, guys. It's still at 90. So it's still coming back. It's now at 50. Okay, so you wait until you drop down to better your entry, for you to enjoy the trade and trade with confidence. Make sure that you reach 10. Remember what I said earlier. Although he's moving up, but it's still going to the buy is not going to be much. It's still a downtrend. I call this trade on in the group. I call it in the group. Let me show you the trade I call it today in the. So guys, this is the trade. Okay, volatility 200 sell. I call this trade, although I have taken my profit already, risk wisely, guys. So this is it here. I call the trade. So all the trade I'm telling you today, this V10 I'm still on it. That's the one you are seeing over there. I call this trade today also. I call it in the group. This is three signals I have called. So the same thing with this. All right. So I call that V100. Then let me show you when I call the V100. So as you can see here, I call this V100 and the trade was here, right? Because see what I checked, I confirm it from here, right? I confirm it from here. You check here, you check here. Please guys, I'm sorry, hold on please. You check here, it's touching my 90, and here it's still touching my 90 at 30 minutes time frame. All right, at 30 minutes time frame, it's touching my 90. This is touching my 90 also, and I still confirm from H1, guys. H1 always go with bigger time frame. Bigger time frame. This is already a form M from double top here. Then see it here too. Please hold on. You see here, it touch here, okay, H1, it touch here, H1. See what is going on, working here is a double top. Are you getting it? So here it touches. So I know that this is a full sell market. It's going to sell down, guys. It's going to sell down, guys. So even when I confirm it from D1, this is the line I draw in the D1. I confirm it here that this trade must go down, touching there, right? So these are my confirmations. You see, H4 is also giving us the signal, right? H4 is giving us the signal. So you confirm from this H1, it must be touching at 90 level, then 80 level here, then pick that trade. Then what we use to pick the trade to avoid drawdown, listen carefully, is your M1. M1. If you pick the trade, maybe you just click it like that. The draw, if you don't have enough accounts, it may take you a long way, because maybe you may pick that trade. You may pick the trade and I'm coming, guys. You may pick the trade and the H and the M1 is already at 10 level. Okay, if it is at 10 level, that means you need to pull back again before selling that massive. So you make sure that your M1 must be here. You check your M1 must be touching 90. That is how I pick that trade. I make sure that my M1 is touching here. It's touching the 90. So immediately my M1 is touching the 90 and the stochastic oscillator moving average red start crossing the 10 moving average and the envelope, I entered my trade. Even if it's going to pull back, even if he pull back, it's not going to be much, guys. It's not going to be much. So you take your trade like that. So even if you have a little account, you can just move your Excel just a little. Okay, a little. If you follow this instruction, guys, if you, let's say you have a $20 account, if you have a $20 account, once you see the pullback is up to $2, you can exit the trade and wait for you can use this as your um as your stop loss. Okay, you can use it as stop loss to secure your equity to come back to for better entry. Even if you pull back, it must surely sell, guys. I have tested this. It works, guys. Honestly, it works very, very well. Okay, so don't think that you cannot use this to grow big small account. You can use it and grow small account. And because of you guys today, I did something. I found a $13 account and grow it to $20 account with this same strategy in a smaller account. I did this because I want to show you guys that you can grow even smaller accounts with this strategy. Okay, then if you have enough equity, you can, if you follow this instruction, allow your, just give your market the trade a space, you can push your pullback. If you follow all this instruction, remember the instruction, make sure that your H1 is at 90 level. Then you make sure that your 30 minutes is at 90, make sure that your 15 minutes at 90, make sure that your 5 minutes at 90, then make sure that your M1 is at 90. You use that 90. Once the moving average start crossing the moving average start crossing the 10 moving average and the envelope 14, you can click your sell, guys. You can click your sell. Okay, you can click your sell, and from there you watch your trade. Then like here now, I'm in deep profit here. I can decide to secure the profit. This is the trade I called in the group also. I secure the profit. If I decide here, I can take my profit now. Okay, so that is it. I can decide to take the profit or hold it and watch it, although I have already secured the profit already. So that is exactly how to trade. If you have small account, don't wait until you have maybe $20 in one trade. You can make $10. If you make $10 and trade, let's say 4 times or 5 times, $10 into 5, you are making $50. Okay, then if you do this in the same thing in another day, in 6 days, you are making not less than $300. Right, so it's a very good target depending on your account size. Okay, so with this strategy, you can grow your small account. Like, let me show you guys today. Like as I told you guys, these deposit today, deposit of $13 in this small account. Then I grow it to 50. See it here today. Okay, I grow it to 50. I did this because I want to use this for example, that you can grow small accounts with this. And because of it, this is the stop loss I set. You know how fast volatility 50 is. So immediately you reach that $2 a cut off. Then volatility 10, immediately you reach 0.62 a cut off, 0.9. That is how I do the scalping and raise this $20. So I can move this $20 now to bigger account. I can move it to tomorrow. I can decide to move it to 40 or 50 or 30. It's still cool. Then if I move it to 30, the following day I can still move it to 40. Another day I can move it to 50. Then I move it to 50. I can move it to 70, 80, 100. Before 1 week, you can move this 13. I can move this $13 to 100 or 150 or 200, depends. Okay, so this I'm showing you with the strategy is possible. It's possible to grow a little account as 13 or and above. All right. So guys, I hope you really understand this strategy very well. I hope you really understand the strategy very well. The same thing in volatility 10. All right, the same thing in volatility 10. That is exactly what I saw before I picked this trade. Watch what is happening here, guys. Watch what is happening here, guys. It's very easy after the setup. Okay, it's very easy. Watch my arrow here. You see, so that is it in 30 minutes time frame. Okay, then H1, see the H1 here, guys. Okay, you see the H1 here, see the H1 here, see the H1 here. All right, so this is where I pick up the trade. Okay, this is where I pick up the trade. So then you go to your 30 minutes, you check the same thing. 15 minutes, you check the same thing. Then 5 minutes, you check the same thing. Then 1 minute, this is where you make your first entry. All right, my first entry was here. My first entry, if you check here, is here. Okay, then watch. That is it here. It come down to this level. Here was my, this was at at 10 level. Remember to squeeze your screen, as I said. Squeezing your screen will help you to know what is going on. Okay, this is where I pick up that trade. This is where I pick up that trade. Then if you check here, guys, see here is at 90 level. Okay, is at 90 level. 90 level, I pick up the trade. Remember, I have already checked the higher time frame 5. I started with 5. You check it here. It's the same at 10 level. The first indicator 1 and the second indicator 1 at 10 level. Then 15 minutes time frame, the same thing, 10 level. Then I check my 30 minutes time frame, 10 level, right? Then 10 level, I check my H1 10 level. All right, I check my H1 10 level. Then what really give me another confirmation, I still check my H4 10 level. But if you drank, sometimes they say indicator lag. If you check very well like this, you find out that it's still going up. But if you check your H1, it's still at 10 level. It's not lagging here because you have squeezed your screen to the last end. And I'm expecting volatility 10 to buy more, guys. I'm expecting it to buy more. So that is just it here, guys. It will help you for best entry, guys. And you like I always say, the market derive is not your friend. They are not happy that you are making profit. So $1 worth it, guys, in trading. Always secure the bargain. You are good. Okay, don't wait to get $1 million in one trade. Okay, it's possible you can do it, but if you don't have enough equity, always secure the ones you have. I really appreciate you guys and I love you guys so much. Keep winning. If you have any question concerning this or how you feel about this version of 99.5% unbeatable strategy, this is a new version of it. I try my best to make sure that I give you guys the best, and so that we all will keep on making and keep on winning every day by day, guys. I love you so much, like I always say, and I want us all to win. All right, so feel comfortable, learn the strategy, but text it, check it very well. All right, check it very well, and follow the instructions accordingly. And another thing is to focus. It's better you practice one strategy 100 times over and over 100 times than using 100 strategies one time. Okay, why I bring out this version, which I think is going to help all of us, is because of the drawdown for people that don't have enough equity, and sometimes after using only that indicator um, and the relative strength index 8, sometimes the market continue. All right, the market continue after pulling a little back, it will now continue selling or buying more massive, which may affect people that have lower account before selling down or buying down to a direction. But if you are following this strategy, this is the pure oversold, okay, or overbought. If you are following this strategy, this new one, adding stochastic 60 and adding the moving average and the envelope, and make sure that the levels, everything, the settings are okay, then follow the instruction, squeeze your screen to the max, guys, you will be making profits. Okay, you will be making profit day by day. I really appreciate and I love you so much. This is coming from still me, Trade with Mitchell Wisdom. Okay, talk to you soon, guys.